Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings and MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Today, our featured sun sign is going to be Capricorn. And it's interesting because Capricorn's been coming up quite a bit for the highlighted connection, right? And the highlighted connection today for Capricorn will be done right in front of you, which is I like to do, unless there's a repeat. So we have, it's so funny. I only have one dice now, right? So I already know what the featured sun sign is. I go around the zodiac, so you can know each day which I've done and where you fall into the mix. But it landed on Capricorn, like I said. Huge major energy for Capricorn because legitimately in the stars and the planets, we have a lot of planets in Capricorn. So anyway, it's not for much longer. I can see why it's just trying to get its last hurrah in there, right? I'll try this again. And you know what? I'm going to go with Leo. Now, the last highlighted we had was I had Virgo as the featured, and then Capricorn came up. Last month I looked back, it was with Scorpio as the featured, and then also I believe Cancer. So water seems to be predominant, but right now you've got fire, and that doesn't surprise me in the least. I'll explain a little bit more, but I will be reading 3 major categories for this featured connection. For those that are new, I have that format for now. And then I do pick a card and tarot message for every other sign in the zodiac in connection with Capricorn for today. Today is November 18th, 2020, just a little over a week before Thanksgiving. So I'm feeling really, really thankful already and blessed and appreciative of you for being here. Never to let that go by because I love the support. I love the subscribers and they keep growing, and that's my whole intention. And so if you're interested and you like what you see, please join my tribe, my family, my like-minded community. It's the best thing you can do. It's free. And my readings are free. And things are going to evolve in the next year. I've wanted a lot to be done, but things happen this year. We all know about that. So I won't go on to any more, excuses or extra talk on that. But I am going to shuffle these as I go along because a lot of the featured, I would say, messages have been kind of repeated. So, whoops, one fell out. I tend to do that, but I'm not going to today. I hope this finds you well and feeling super blessed. And there's a lot of good things happening. I'll mention a little bit about astrology. First of all, we are still in Scorpio season through Saturday, the 21st. So we had the new moon as well in Scorpio just a few days ago. So that was about intention, truth, transformation personified. I mean, this whole year has transformed so many of us. But when it comes to Scorpio, they are the ruler of that. Their ruler is Pluto, and Pluto is all about transformation, the deepest kind. And there's a lot of intensity when it comes to Scorpios and their desire and drive to do just that, to transform, to reinvent, to renew, to start anew, right? They know all about the challenges and the ups and downs in life, and they just rise like the phoenix and brush themselves off and start over again. And that's what the energy is being brought to us. And so I love that. And then we have a beautiful partial lunar eclipse. That'll be the full moon at the end of the month on the 30th in Gemini. So many, many changes in regards to how we talk, how we communicate, how we express truth, freedom of speech, equality, justice, all of those beautiful, beautiful attributes that I feel make people extremely proud, empowered, happy, joyful, uplifted. That's what's coming to us. And then with all of the planets, except for Neptune, that's going forward at the end of the month on the 28th, everything's going forward. And I know we're all starting to feel that. And that's beautiful for you, Capricorn, because you are such a go-getter. You're a cardinal sign. You will initiate the season of winter coming up. And by that time, all of them, well on their way for all of the major outer planets that are very important and influential, those slower moving, that have been in your sign are moving into Aquarius. So this practical, determined grounded energy that we all have been feeling, and sometimes has made us feel like we weren't able to go forward, like we need to break out of the major traditional ways that things have been going. The authority, the institutions, all of those, which is very true to life at this time. That's changing, but this is your year with Jupiter in it, and Jupiter is the planet of the benevolent planet that provides incredible opportunity and luck and expansion in whatever you touch, in your relationships, in your thoughts, your ideas, and that's a beautiful, beautiful special time, and it only happens every 12 years. So you go for it. You've still got time if you haven't initiated something or, set something into motion. This is the beautiful, beautiful time for that. You are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is also in your sign. So it's just one of these things where you're so fixated and so determined and so steadfast in creating and achieving, because that is your main claim to fame. You want to be successful, you want to reach the highest realms of success, and you want to feel the comforts and the earthly, delights that we all want, like, good food, good home, good family, good friends, and good jobs, things that we really get excited about doing and going to work for. A lot of times your own companies, I would say, with Capricorn, and you have this very stern, almost kind of outer exterior that's pretty laid back and just all about wanting to just focus. That's what it's about. You're a very kind person in many ways, and your sternness is just showing how important it is for you to be real in this world and to be, steadfast, like I said, and practical. That's what you emit to other people. But you have great intention and desire for love, and that's what's so beautiful about these readings, because these messages come through. And if you don't resonate right away, like I always say, give it some time. These are mid-month now. They started on Leo again, because I started with Leo this month, but I'll start with Aries again next month. And so, if you didn't necessarily feel the resonance of the beginning of the month messages, and you may obviously have a different highlighted situation, you still have the messages with all the other connections. I like it when I get comments from people, and I welcome them. And they say, oh my gosh, it's pretty much exactly what it was before with so-and-so and everything, and it's just building and getting better. That's what feelings I'm getting from these readings at this time versus earlier in the year. So then you have your featured connection with Leo, and Leo is just such power. And in a different way, because your power as well, Capricorn, your strength and your determination and your steadfast and your hardworking, and so is Leo. But Leo is the fire. Leo is the, the motivation and the ambition and the expression that's kind of in your face. The leadership quality comes out because they are so proud of what they do, and they have dignity, and they're going to make sure they do it right. They want to be known and they want to be seen, whereas you don't necessarily want that, Capricorn. You're okay being behind the scenes, but you're going to make sure it gets done. And you probably have a lot of people working with you as long as they meet your standards, because there is that aspect. They've got to be good. It's got to be, they have to have that same drive and determination. And you will find that with Leo. Leo is a fixed sign. Leo is ruled by the sun. So that's the energy like none other, right? They are just about working and striving and accomplishment and success and notoriety and energy and confidence, all of these beautiful things that the sun provides for us. That's what our sun sign represents, the day we're born, and the sun being in our first house, our personality, our ego, like I said, and just wanting certain things, the two of you can really work well together. There's such heart and passion with Leo that you cannot deny, and that's very attractive to you. So I like this a lot for the two of you. I see it a lot in relationships, definitely business-wise, but absolutely with romance, because you've got that earth energy kind of wanting to, to keep that grounded aspect to a relationship, right? The fiery aspect of an element of a Leo is unmistakable, and they can just, fly off the deep end sometimes with emotion. They're just very, very quick to, maybe anger or express, And it doesn't have to be anger, you know, their energy can be about complete elation and just joy. And then, you know, you have to just be there to kind of say, okay, don't burn out that energy by doing too much at once, you know, just steady it out. And they like that. They like that, that support from you. And loyalty, absolutely. So let's talk about the three major categories for the two of you featured sign of Capricorn and Leo. And I'll explain them as I go along. And I love it. Oh my gosh, okay, this is fantastic and not surprising. You know, Spirit never does surprise me, actually. There's more, it's never a coincidence as to the messages that come out, but I'll explain what I'm talking about. So the first category is the overall energy, the catalyst leading you to this reading thus far. And you have the Six of Wands. So, I mean, it's just about, wow, victorious, fired up success. I don't even know what else to say. This is a person who has gone through battles and worked tirelessly and exerted so much energy and, you know, motion, like the fiery aspect of Leo, as well as yourself. And finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, the movement, the admiration of others, which, like I said, both of you love, but Leo really requires, you know, and that just gets him going even more to do even better. I just really appreciate seeing this because it's great to work. It's great to do what you do, but you really, I think we all need that reassurance on some level, you know, and that's what you're getting. And it's beautiful, and it's community, and it's family, and it's just, it's a beautiful feeling. And that's what I'm feeling with this time. You know, you've worked hard and now you're recognizing it, and you're just high on your horse, basically. So that's wonderful. Whatever you're doing together, keep doing it, because it's only going to get more successful. And these next two categories definitely cement that into reality. So you have the second category, which is the possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the Page. Is that the Page? Let me put these on. Page of Pentacles. Yes, Page of Pentacles, beginning. That youthful kind of energy, that newness, that fresh idea, perhaps. Maybe, you know, immature in a way, you know, because it's so new. It could be a child. It could be somebody talking about children. I never want to dismiss that, because there's been a lot of that in the energies coming forth. And, you know, family is so important to both the Leo and the Capricorn. And if you've not had or thought about it, it's something that's coming into your mind now. Remember, the gender is not associated with either of these signs. So I feel like there's a real kind of a clock, if you will, going off. Now, you know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the taskmaster, and it's the one that keeps us in line, right? And keeps us focused and structured and restricted in a way. That's kind of just a common innate feeling with a lot of Capricorns. They know that they can't fool around. They know they have to stick with business if they want to receive and to continue to grow in the way that they do. They're not going to settle with this. They have to be here, right? But what I wanted to say was Saturn also represents time, the father of time, the importance and the value of time, the value of how you put your time towards what you're doing, and how people recognize and appreciate that, and as well as your relationship. Are you devoting time? And this new possible idea, invention, entrepreneurial pursuit, whatever it is, it's new, but it's going to be very, very, well, the earth is the element of coins. So there you are, Capricorn. It can grow and grow for as long as you want it to, providing you continue to water it, you know, metaphorically, and trust in that. And stay strong like you have. This is absolutely beautiful. That is a blessing. It could, like I said, have to do with children, either Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorns. And, you know, maybe you're investing money in them in some way and helping them along, which wouldn't surprise me. You have great dedication and loyalty to those that you love. And family is always obviously one of those things. But then last but not least is the category of finances. And this has come up. And I love it. And I was shuffling very well. It is the Three of Pentacles. So there you are again, Capricorn. And like I said, the opportunities and expansion of beautiful things this year, unlike other years, and then for the next 12 onward until it comes back in your sign with Jupiter, it's phenomenal, and it's about growth. It is about mastering and continually growing and creating wealth, creating that security, that money, that practical foundation, whatever, and growing in your relationships, and feeling good about that. Feeling like you're on the right track, feeling this real connection between the two of you to make this happen. And there's nothing better than to have that common feeling in anything we do, especially with our connections of love. And that's what I'm seeing. So 3 is growth, like I said. 3 is help. 3 is not being afraid to ask for help, but also just seeing your dreams and your aspirations coming to life and really providing great sustenance in your life. So those are the 3 major category messages for this featured sign of Leo and Capricorn. And like I said, I'm going to read an individual zodiac sign now for every other message in regards to Capricorn. So we'll just go around the wheel. So from Leo goes Cancer. Cancer and Capricorn, I love. You're actually polar opposites. You're directly across from each other in the zodiac wheel. 6 astrology signs on one and 6 on the other. This is a very, very common and very magnetic kind of pull when you have the opposition that you have, because there's a lot of complementary energy, a lot of similarities, but just in different ways. Earth element of Capricorn being that grounded, solid, predictable, reliable, and then the water of Cancer, which is all about the feeling and the emotion and the way to create and the sensitivity and caring and devotion. It's beautiful, and I know this is a beautiful combination of elements when it's water and earth. It always has been that way. And understanding your differences and working with them, because there is this permanence that's so important to Cancer. Cancer wants to feel secure. They want to trust. They want to know that they are being provided for. They can provide for themselves. But if there's in a partnership, it's a dual, beautiful, recognition of what both of you can bring to the table. Family is essential to Cancers, and if they feel threatened or they don't think that's going to be a part of it, they're not going to continue. They won't necessarily hold on to a relationship unless they know they're in it for the long haul, and there's that real loyalty that's absolutely there with Capricorn. So I really love this. I see it all the time. Well, you're both cardinal signs, so there's that beautiful, synchronistic energy there. And it's beautiful. So sentimental aspects come to Cancer, just making sure you balance the work life and romance, because those Capricorns will work so hard to provide for you, and that's what's really important and loving, but it just has to be a good balance. So what the messages is for the two of you is the 5 of Wands. Okay, so there's been some agitation and some fiery energy and just confusion, which is happening in our world. I don't feel like it's within this connection. I feel like it's what's around you, and with the sensitivity of Cancer ruled by the moon and the cycles and just very in touch with everything, the feeling and the understanding of life and energy, like I said, they pick up everything and they see things ahead of time. They're very psychic, extremely intuitive, that they're really good to have in your life. If you listen to what they perceive or what they've dreamt, I would definitely take heed, because it's always going to be for your betterment. All of the messages we get from Spirit are to help us. Fear is a different situation. Those are thoughts in our mind and our ego taking over. But when you get that knowledge and that knowing that Cancer does so often, it's phenomenal, and it's absolutely there to guide you. So take heed, but know that, this might just be you're anxious or you're wanting to move a little bit more or a little bit faster, like who hasn't this year? We've been stopped. We've been with many, many retrogrades and so many reasons coming out of the blue to not be able to proceed the way we want to, losing jobs, working at other jobs, all the transformations that's happened. It's no wonder, but just know that you can shake this off. Be very aware of what you're listening to and allowing into your energy field. Okay, that's the number one message for me right here to give to you. There's a lot of fiery energy and temperament going out there, and it's not necessarily going to help you. So just choosing very wisely your battles, you know, whatever confrontations, which I don't think either of you want to get into. Just eliminate it by just removing yourself is the best thing I can say about that message. And then Gemini and Capricorn is fun because they're so different, Capricorn, and they are the air sign, right? They are the ones who are all in the mind and thinking and always wanting to create and to express and to teach and to expand their knowledge. And they are a mutable sign, so they are very adaptable and changeable. And they like pretty much everything, and they want to know a little bit about everything. And they are great teachers and educators and writers and, you know, public speakers a lot of times. They have fun, wonderful energy where they want to love and give and be fair and kind and very giving in relationships. But duality purpose, you know, the purpose of the twins is their duality and the changeable aspect of them. You can see them in one mood one day and another next, and just accepting that. It's all part of who they are, you know, this changeable thing that invites new all the time, new, as opposed to this grounded energy in you, Capricorn, which is what they love. It provides them that grounded. It gives you a little more inspiration to be a little changeable yourself, you know, maybe not just set in one specific way or you know, thought belief, especially when it comes to thoughts. Your message is the Ace of Pentacles. This is new and inspiring ways to make money together. You know, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is all about commerce and work and ingenuity, innovation. And you love that. You thrive on that. Maybe you've met each other at work, quite frankly. It would make a lot of sense. I think a lot of people who know Capricorn happen to be in a work setting, and they're great. They teach you so much, and that was inspirational for you, Gemini. And now you might be working on something together, this ace, this prize, you know, this ability to strengthen your income, your practical aspects of life, you know, your home life. Maybe moving into a home, maybe buying together, something invested together comes to mind. But it's beautiful, and it's the ideas are unlimited. I just throw out a few with what these symbolic messages and the tool of this tarot is. So yeah, I love that, and it's something to hold on to. You've got that beautiful full moon in your sign, solar eclipse, Gemini. So, I mean, open up and create like you do, you know, and then work together. And it's just, you can create an amazing amount of wealth together. And wealth means a lot of different things to different people. So anyway, Taurus and Capricorn, beautiful, both earth energies, both strong-willed, both very, very capable. Well, Taurus is a fixed sign, whereas, you know, they're the cardinal sign, initiator of Capricorn, but very, very understanding of each other, because you have that fundamental aspect of being both earth signs, being practical, hardworking. You have the ruling planet of Venus that is in Taurus, and right now Venus is in Libra, which is their ruling planet as well. So there seems to be even a little bit more romantic overtures happening with everyone in regards to Taurus. So that's rubbing on you, Capricorn, and that feels right. That brings in money and beauty and love of life, nature, you know, the outdoors. The great outdoors is something I think you both share and need when you work so hard, to be able to get out and take time and retreat and spend alone time together is coming very much in my mind, and Spirit is bringing forth. Let's see what your message is. Well, it's a Six of Cups. So this is beautiful. This is all about emotion, but happy emotions. This brings in memories of childhood memories sometimes. Maybe the two of you are reminiscing about things that made you really happy and that you are bringing back out inside of each other because of your connection. Maybe you knew each other from years ago and you've just reunited is also what can come here. You know, we had Mars in retrograde for so long. It's still in the shadow period. It brings back people into our lives when you're in retrograde. And this can be a beautiful thing. So it almost makes sense when I think of the earth signs, because earth signs tend to keep people in their life for a lifetime. When you're close and they have great love for you, you're always a part of their life. And this is what's making me think of. You're thinking about times you've had together and you want to just keep reuniting them and reigniting them. And you're filling your cups and you're full of imagination and creativity juices are going. pretty strong right now. And 6 is balance. So I like that a lot for the two of you. Keep it going. Then you have Aries and Capricorn. Very, very different. Wow. Night and day, but very, very capable of working together and appreciating your differences. You know, Aries is a hard worker. They're a cardinal sign like you, Capricorn, and they are the first sign of the zodiac, and they are the initiators of spring. So this might have a lot to do with something you can work on together, or something that can happen in the spring if you've had to postpone a marriage. You're talking about making that happen. Next year will be similar to this, but we will be working through so much, and it'll be in such a different element of air versus earth. So there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of clarity and communication, understanding about things. You know, the truth was revealed at long last. That's powerful, and it's exciting for you. You know, Aries are just, they're doers. They want to do a lot of things. They may do it a lot faster than you, Capricorn, and that kind of instigates you to speed up at times, but it also, with your grounded energy and perseverance, it helps the Aries. It's a very good example for them. And once again, it's that wonderful reality of the loyalty that you provide as a friend, as a partner. You know, the permanence is there. Your message is beautiful. It's the Ace of Swords. So you have the Ace of Pentacles with the connection. You've got the Ace of Swords, absolute truth, straightforward communication, like I said. You know, a lot of the retrogrades that were holding back the communications and the confrontations and the just disagreements in general. And you know what I mean in life at this point. I don't want to bring up the word. That's going away. This is truth. It's straightforward. It's justice, fairness. It's about law. It's about higher, you know, institutions, banks, you know, people that loan money, doctors, making sure you're taking care of your health, and any kind of little upset, take care of it at the beginning. Don't let it get to a point that it's not good. You'll get the right answer. You'll get more than one opinion, no doubt, but it'll be the right opinion. You need to hear this truth, and it's there to help you, and the both of you. And I think your communication is becoming clearer and much more, you know, much more easier. And I love that. So then we have Pisces and Capricorn, which I love. There's that water and earth. Pisces is a beautiful, sensitive water sign that cares a great deal for others. They're very selfless and just so filled with love. You know, they want life to be just kind of easygoing, and the kind of flowy kind of energy is what's with them. They're water, they're the two fish. They are mutable. They're very changeable and adaptable, and they'll go your way, they can go this way. They're the chameleon. They're the spiritual sign of the zodiac, the old soul. You really get attracted to that. They can teach you a thing or two about going inside and really listening to your gut, Capricorn, and that's a beautiful influence. And they just want to take care of you and pamper you and love you. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ruled by Neptune, that's the planet of illusion and unseen things, the depth of the underworld. You know, Neptune, the god of the underworld, the mysterious but the elusive and kind of fantasy world. That's kind of how a lot of Pisceans like to live. They're great because they're so artistic and creative that they tend to go off and drift off into that kind of world as opposed to being grounded, which is why this is such a beautiful and important connection, because you can really help out that way. And, you know, they have a dreamy kind of loving, you know, just imagination that's unparalleled. And your beautiful message is the Hierophant. Ooh, this is the teacher. This is the guide, the ultimate, you know, the highest power, our inner teacher, you know, and it could be outer teacher because it has to do with religion, sometimes spirituality, as I mentioned, which is what's so important to a lot of Pisceans. That's just who they are. They just have this knowing of, you know, lifetimes before and lifetimes ahead, the cycle of life and the currents of life, the feelings, the emotions are so intense, not intense, but very, very, very strongly felt. And this is about religious and maybe marriage or matrimony or some kind of a beautiful rite of passage, you know. And I feel like there's a connection that may go stronger. You may get engaged. You may want to take this to the altar. And it's going to be long term, you know, whatever it is. It's never short with earth signs. Yeah, earth signs break up. It's true. I don't mean to say that, but they work hard at really wanting it to work. You know, they have deep love inside, even if it's not exteriorly shown. Exteriorly? If it's not shown on the exterior, it's deeply happening inside of them. And you can get to that, Pisces. This is love. This is listening and understanding and trusting your highest good as well. I like using that particular message because that's what you get with Pisces. So that's gorgeous. And then you have Aquarius and Capricorn right next to you. Aquarius is what all the signs are going into. Aquarius is a fixed sign, very set in some ways in opinions and ideals, and they're good. They want to help, though. They want it to be for the betterment. I mean, they really want to be right. It's true, but they want to do it because they want to make a difference in the world. They're leaders. They're initiators as well. They're not a cardinal sign, but they do have this powerful desire to teach and to show. They're an air sign. They're all about learning, all about education. They are ruled by Uranus. Uranus is all about complete unexpected and very forward type of energy, very scientifically, you know, connected, very much about technology. So like I've said many times in many readings, what's coming down the pike and what's happening in this coming year and then many years after that is going to be so incredibly big. And I feel it right now, and I hear little hints about things, but I don't really know. I just know that it's going to be incredibly useful for the world, which is what's so exciting and important to Aquarius. So having this connection together can be just vast. And, you know, Uranus is... It's exciting at times. It can be, like I said, unexpected and really rock our world, certainly change it. But let's think of it in the positive because it can be beautiful, beautiful changes. And you have the Five of Cups. Okay, this makes sense. There were some real emotional letdowns and losses this year. And I'm going to be honest with you. Now, we have a whole change of the guard, like I said, with Aquarius. There's going to be amazing, beautiful things happening for Aquariuses, but it hasn't been an easy year for them. And I feel like they had to shed like a whole person or a whole soul or a whole thought process. It's like almost for a lot of them, it was the dark night of the soul, you know. I believe if it wasn't Capricorn itself, it ended up being in their 12th house. That's the psychic, right? Psyche. And that's about really just being really hard, but really making changes, big changes. You know, there's the Uranus thing, out of the blue, ideas and thoughts that you never thought you would think before. And that just really was very pertinent in Aquarians' lives. And it's all for the transformation that's coming through and then opening up those floodgates and going full tilt ahead. And I think you're part of this, Capricorn, and I think it's going to be beautiful because it's a new time. It's a new time, and it's going to be something that will be very, very exciting, but very different. And, you know, different is important. And recognizing the two cups are behind you at all times. You know, the losses are there. They cannot be forgotten, but you can eventually grieve and heal and grow from these losses and this year and what it's done to so many of us. Being there for each other is the main thing. The emotions are there, they're strong, they're right. They're very vulnerable kind of feelings, but you have each other and you can grow upon that, which love does. It's so beautiful in that way for just that, for that incredible help and support and that united feeling you can get. And I'm feeling that very strongly for the two of you. So hang in there. You will heal from anything if you truly want to. Then we have Capricorn and Sagittarius, which is absolutely beautiful. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and that's what your beautiful Capricorn has had in their sign. So there's this affinity right there anyway, this optimism, which, you know, you don't usually equate that word with With a Capricorn, it's more of a stern energy, kind of a heavier energy, to be completely honest. There's the earth, there's the grounded, kind of feeling a little stuck. Completely opposite of a fiery Sagittarian, right? Mutable, movement, action, motivation, learning, education, higher learning, foreign interests, whether it be traveling to foreign countries, is very prevalent with Sagittarians. Maybe you haven't traveled enough. Maybe you want to get that out of your system, Capricorn. Maybe this year you've realized, what? I'm not getting any younger, and I know we've had some constraints on traveling, but that's not going to last forever. So you're planning this. I think it's essential for Sagittarius to travel. So let's see what your message is, because this is optimism and, working towards a goal together, shooting for the stars with that beautiful arrow that Sagittarian represents. Movement and moving upward and leveling up in some way. And you have, the Leo, there's the fire, there's the courage, there's the strength. That's what's happened for a lot of us, recognizing the strength we didn't even know we had this year and building upon that together. There's power in numbers. This is gorgeous. This is Leo. It represents Leo, but it is also the fellow fire sign. As I said, with that Mars and Aries retrograde, it really affected certainly the fire signs, but all of us. We felt this depletion, like when's the energy going to come back? Like, I don't have the motivation. That's all changing, and you're going to feel it if you haven't already. It's absolutely part of the plan. Recognizing your inner strength, it's always there. And I love that for the two of you. That's a major arcana. So then we have Scorpio and Capricorn. This is gorgeous. There's the water and earth. Scorpio is, like I said, we're in Scorpio season. So Scorpio is really determined as well as you. Capricorn, Scorpio is definitely about change and transformation. Truth, we have the new moon in Scorpio. That is real, raw, absolute truth. It's bringing it out, removing the hidden obscurity of things, and once and for all getting the answers we want, straightforward motion. There's a lot of love and loyalty and dedication with Scorpios. Wherever they put their mind on, they want to excel and do as well as they can, and that's a real commonality with the two of you. Scorpios are, very mysterious. They are capable of very intuitive knowledge. They are extremely interested in the psyche of others, how people tick, how they think. They want to know more about you. They are a little secretive themselves. You may not necessarily know everything, but they'll let you in on things that are important, things you need to know, especially if you're that special one in a connection with them. They're very loyal to their friends, and they're very caring, deeply, emotional people. So this can be a beautiful connection. You have the Eight of Wands. So this is fiery, beautiful, quick energy. Something that has been stalled is not going to be stalled for long. And I mentioned that before. It's all movement ahead right now. And it's so welcome for so many of us, because even when things move ahead, if you don't have that energy or vitality behind it, it's kind of lacking, right? No, this is just the opposite. This is messages coming forth in regard to that. And it's 8. 8 is actually the house that Scorpio resides in. That's the house of partnerships, inheritance, life and death. Meaning transformation doesn't have to be literal death, but it could be, because it's so much a part of life, and they understand that. They're there for you. They want to console you, but they want to teach you that that is absolutely true, and to think and plan ahead of time. It's unexpected inheritances and money from partnerships and the two of you creating together. Good important news is coming through. It's fast, and I love it, because a lot of us have waited way too long for that. Then we have Libra and Capricorn. This is wonderful. Libra is all about balance and equality and fairness and justice. They love relationships of all kinds. It's essential that they be in one. They're ruled by Venus, and it happens to be in Libra right now. The sign of Venus is in Libra through the 21st, when it then goes into Scorpio. So there's, again, that intensity. But right now it's about working through the differences, finding that balance in relationship, in love, in life, in whatever it is you're doing together. Libra wants to see your side of the point of view. Libra wants to strategize and think and utilize this beautiful muscle that we call our brain, you know, and to learn and to expand our thoughts. And I think they're going to learn a lot from you, Capricorn, so that's beautiful. And they love your grounded energy. They love that you love nature. They love that you love the natural things in life. You probably have amazing gardens. I always say that because so many earth signs do. And Libra's really interested in all sorts of things, and culture and beauty, being ruled by Venus, and money. So the two of you can really join forces and make something happen, because Libras are cardinal signs, and they want to initiate just like you. They want to make things happen. They don't like sitting for too long. And you have the Page of Wands. So there you go. There's a newness. There's an information that's coming through about how to move forward. You know, knowing you've got that drive and desire to do so. It's still at the beginning stages. It once again could pertain to a child, maybe a fire sign child, or one that exhibits the energies of fire. Or you have fire in your chart, and your youthfulness and your childlike behaviors coming through because you're excited and giddy about your connection. Never letting go of that fun aspect and bringing out as much fun as you can. It's going to be an easier year for a lot of the air signs because predominant planets will be there. But this is good. This is new news. You may not have heard it yet, but you will be. I know with that new moon, and that can affect us through the end of the month, certainly. But definitely the Gemini, which is very compatible with Libra eclipse. Being able to express and work and, you know, create. That's beautiful. Then we have beautiful Virgo and Capricorn, which is a beautiful, harmonious energy, both the same elements, extremely hard workers. Virgo is a mutable sign. They're capable of adapting more than the other earth signs. Slower to change, but definitely available to do so. Very intelligent, ruled by Mercury. With Mercury having gone forward and now the shadow period finally out of the way, legitimately tomorrow on the 19th. Forward action, forward movement. They're very interested in progression, very interested in helping others. They want to learn and share that knowledge with others. They are very giving, very, very practical, very capable of organization and, you know, almost perfection, right? Knowing about the timing, which you love, Capricorn, you respect that. And working hard to achieve whatever it is they want and sticking with it, not giving up. Not giving up on the relationship through the trials and tribulations. Working out the balance of not working too hard so you have time together. What does your message say? Absolutely. The Knight of Pentacles. Information that's a little more mature than the Page, right? Because it's about money. It's about your security, what you're working towards together and have been. And seeing the results. You know, we're not through with this year, but next year is going to just bring everything. Anything, let's say, karmically that you put towards diligently and, you know, just authentically working like the Saturnian energy that Capricorn is ruled by and that, you know, we have right now in Capricorn. It's not about expecting something for nothing, and neither of you have that kind of mentality anyway. Good news about money, good news about stability, you know, security in your home, buying a home together, building on your relationship for the long haul. I'm feeling really comfortable, you know, which is super important right now, you know, but you certainly deserve it. And that is the individual messages for every connection with Capricorn. And I absolutely love them. There isn't one single connection other than the Five of Wands, which is just like I said about the agitation and that energy that's, we saw Mars in Aries. It's no longer retrograde. That was more of an internal thing going on with Aries, but now it's outward again. So expression and volatile kind of circumstances are still going to be around for a while. Separating yourself is all it's about, and reminding you of that and not getting involved in it. You know, choosing to stay away from that is going to be a lot healthier for you. And I think you prefer that anyway. You don't strike me as either of you signs that want to be, you know, involved in that kind of mess. It's just not your style. And so I'm going to move on to the beautiful oracle messages. And I do have the Tarot of the Heart, Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And this is going to be a message for every single Capricorn and all of their beautiful connections for today, which is, as I said, the 18th, and moving forward. A special, special energy, which, by the way, has been so incredibly synchronistic with all the other readings. It's amazing. Awaiting results. Well, isn't that the truth? Okay, so this is a 7. You're perfectly capable. You've waited all year for certain answers. We're still waiting on them. But as I said, with this new energy from the Gemini eclipse, partial eclipse, which is the full moon, which will bring such light onto all topics, and the scorpionic energies of truth coming through, you won't be waiting much longer. I noticed the tree in this beautiful illustration. That's the grounding energy that you are, Capricorn. That's beautiful that you would have this card coming through. And not giving up, and knowing and being patient and steadfast. So 7 is the message that I'll read to you, in addition to the main wording. Keywords: act, direct, master, discipline, focus, and effort. Well, there you are. You know, that Saturn aspect being your ruling planet, the disciplinary, it's always been a part of you. This is nothing to you. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. That's an interesting concept, huh, Capricorn? You can be kind of laid back, maybe even shy and reserved. Take advantage of the many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. In your current relationship, if your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You're the master of your own destiny. And that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. Well, you know all about taking charge. This might be something that would be very different for you, but maybe that Jupiter energy just kind of ignited that in you. It made you have a whole new perspective, and you realize the importance of love, because it's everything. It's the most powerful energy we have and the most healing. You don't want to be alone, Capricorn. Take that step. I'm excited for you. You know, I should follow my own, words of wisdom, right? We'll let you know when that happens. Now I'm on the super attractor manifestation message, and it'll be the final one. But thank you again for taking the time. I love and appreciate you all so much. You've added so much to my life. And I'm going through a major transition, and I'll talk more about it, but I've mentioned it before. I'm a massage therapist, and I see the tunnel ahead, the light ahead is showing me it won't be for much longer. This will be my main focal point, which is what I've done for so many years. So it's such a beautiful, just complete circle, if you will. My passion, my purpose. And yeah, it's coming. So I just appreciate your supporting me in this. And I hope that you're doing well and you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Let me finish with this beautiful message, affirmation, or mantra. And it's all about creating that feeling that you can generate within yourself to create the life you want, the feelings you want, that will then come back to you, being very aware of what those feelings are. Keeping them uplifted and light. This comes up so much. It's so funny. Well, there's 2. I'm going to read them both for you. There's a reason for that. It doesn't matter if it's upside down or not. The first one: my greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. This is a year of freedom for a lot of us. Changing of the mind, changing of our, our actual physical jobs and thoughts and programming that we've had for so long. It's changed. These are the beautiful colors of our incredible second chakra, which is all about manifesting and about power and passion and feeling, okay, and creativity. And then you have this beautiful, I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. You choose that, and that's what you're getting. Mark my words. Got to feel it though, right? I feel like the earthly aspect of you has great feeling and great depth to you. So yeah, this is beautiful. It's very soothing, and I love it. So Take great care of yourselves. Like I said, have a beautiful, safe holiday, and come on back and visit, okay? If you liked it, like I said, thumbs up and comment. Let me know. I really appreciate that. Until next time, thank you again. Bye for now.